Hey, what's going on, people? Check it out. As you can see before you, yes, got another watch to bring your way, man. This one is brought to you today by Fossil. All right, this watch is not a straight banger like all the other ones that I brought before, but it is a little bit of a bop. All right, it does the job, gets it done well, looks nice and sweet on the wrist, and yeah, I hope y'all like this. Before we get into this, though, just wanted to put a shout out there to all the subscribers. That have jumped on board the past little while. Thank you so much for joining the journey. All right, for those that haven't, those that are just watching for the first time, please, man, if you haven't already decided to do so, please subscribe. All right, and join this journey because I have a lot more to bring your way, and I really hope that you enjoy the content. All right, for everybody in general, please, if you like the video, be sure to like the video. And yeah, let's get into this bad boy, all right? Now, today I'm not doing an unboxing because I have the watch just sitting here right in front of you. I can tell you that it does come in a tin, all right? This is the top of it. And, of course, there is the tin itself, all right? Just not doing an unboxing today, but you know what? It's really simple. It comes in a tin, pull out of the tin, there you go, done. Call it a day, all right? No instruction manual, no warranty card, none of that stuff because everything is done online, all right? So what are we looking at today, people? Right now, what we're looking at is the Fossil BQ2550 Autocross, all right? This is in the black and silver with the red accent colorway, all right? This is a very nice watch, very beautiful watch, all right? You won't know it until you try it on, until you see it in person. It's a sweet watch, all right? I know I say that a lot about the watches that I show on here, and you know what? I'm just being as truthful as I can be. It's a nice watch, all right? Let's get down to it, man. Let's start with the obvious, people. It's a black dial now, right? The indices are silver, all right? They're all rectangular from the 1 through to the 11, with the exception of the 12, of course. As you can see, it is triangular. Each of the indices has a white insert, okay? Looking at the hour and the minute hand, all right, they too are also silver, as you can see. All right, they're a little bit thick compared to traditional hour and minute hands, but I think that adds to the style of the watch. It's pretty nice. And of course, with those, they do have white inserts in them as well, all right? And of course, going around and around, you can see the red second hand. It has a white insert as well. But I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second. Now, you would think that these white inserts, have something to do with the lume. But I'm telling y'all, people, there's no lume in this, man. There is absolutely zero, zilch, nada. No lume on this watch at all, all right? So if you plan on wearing something like this out in the dark in the forest, because, I don't know what else you're going to do with it, because you're definitely not going diving with this watch, all right? Because it's only rated at 5 atmospheres. There's no lume on it, all right? So when you're picking out your watches as to what you're going to wear for the day, especially those dudes out there that like the lume, this watch ain't for you, y'all. It just isn't for you, all right? So I'm just pulling that out there right off the bat, all right? Now, continuing to look at the dial here, you can see the name, the branding of Fossil, and of course, in script, the word Autocross sitting at the 3 there. Fossil is also applied onto the dial, all right? It's a very, very nice looking dial when you actually see it in person. It is a bit of a semi-gloss, if you will, all right? Getting back to the second hand, of course, you can see it plain as day. It is red. It is ticking around, and it is a quartz movement. This watch is a quartz watch, all right? The complications there, sitting at the 6, the 9, and the 12, all right? The hands there are also red, and what I like about this, the red just adds a little splash of color, and it just makes the watch stand out a little bit more, man. This watch comes in different colorways, different patterns, but out of all of them, this is the one that I like the most, all right? There's also a gold and silver with the navy blue dial and navy blue tachymeter, which looks fairly nice as well, but this is the one that was popping, that I know that I can wear with pretty much any outfit and don't have to worry about it clashing with anything or, Getting back to the complications now, again, we have them at the 6, the 9, and the 12. So at the 6, that is your 24-hour complication, all right? So as the time, the big hands go around the clock, so too does that, all right? At the 9 there, of course, that is your day. So, it's obvious, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so on and so forth, which then also corresponds with the complication of the 12, which is the actual date. All right. Very simple to adjust. It is all done through the crown here. And the crown, it's a simple push-pull crown. And the first stop, if you will, that will allow you to make your adjustments to the date and the day. And then, of course, when you pull it out to the second stop, that allows you to set the time with the larger minute and hour hand. All right. Of course, you can see the tachymeter going around it, or tachymeter, whichever way y'all want to pronounce it. Tomato, tomatoes, all the same to me, man. And, it adds a little touch to it. It's very, very nice. All right. And yeah, so that's the dial all in a nutshell for you. Okay. Now, of course, moving on to the case. The case, as you can see, it's obvious. It is stainless steel. All right. It's fairly nice. My fingerprints all over this place. All right. Looking at it from the top, you can see here that it is a brushed steel case. All right. That's just on the lugs. On the bezel itself, so the little ring going around the tachymeter, that is stainless steel. All right. Nice little touch to it. On the side and as well as on the back, that too is a stainless steel as well. The camera, I'm hoping, picks it up. I hope it picks up, but yes, it is. There we go. Stainless steel. All right. So it's pretty nice, but of course with stainless steel, you're going to see the smudging, the fingerprints, and so on and so forth. But hey, at the same time, it looks pretty nice. It looks pretty sweet. I'm more of a polished bezel or polished steel guy, but hey, it is what it is, man. This case, all right, from the 8 to the 2, let's say, you're looking at a measurement of 44 millimeters. From the 9 to the 3, so that is, there we go, that is including the crown. You're looking at 47 millimeters. The height, okay, from the screw back case to the top of the dome here, it is 10 millimeters. From lug to lug, so from thumb to thumb, okay, you're looking at 50 millimeters. And then, of course, something that I want to just point out to you, because this does concern the way it fits on your wrist, is that it has male end links. See that right there, that center piece, all right, that is, and the way it protrudes, that is a male end link, all right, and that measurement is 55 millimeters from side to side. So the reason why I bring up the end links here, so, being male protruding and of course giving you the measurement of 55 millimeters, is because this watch is going to sit on your wrist differently, all right, from other watches. And it is fairly big watch, all right, from that perspective. And it's very important to note, because especially if you have small wrists, this thing's going to look like a frying pan on your wrist, all right? It's not going to look spectacular. It's not going to look good at all. And for those guys with small wrists, I would recommend staying away from a watch like this. For those guys with bigger wrists, I'd say probably from 6.5 inches and up in circumference, this is a decent watch. Try it out, put it on your wrist, visit a Fossil store, order it online, whatever, and try it on for size and see how it fits. I'm pretty sure it will fit you nicely, but you know what? I'm going to put it on my wrist and show you in a second. My wrist is about 6 3/4 to 7 inches in circumference, and it fits fairly nicely. All right. So continuing on, we're looking at the bracelet now. And the bracelet, you're looking at a width of 22 millimeters. All right. This is very important to note, because most Fossil watches, at least the watches that I've encountered, are standard with the 22 millimeter steel bracelet, which is pretty cool. So down the road, if you want to replace it, put something else on it, it's 22 millimeters. It's going to fit. It's pretty much universal. You're good to go. All right. One other thing to note about the bracelet too, very quickly here, it is an oyster-esque type bracelet. So it's got that, it's not fully, but it's got, that look. All right. So, again, we're looking at brushed outer links. We're looking at polished insert here, inner link, if you will. And that adds and it continues on from the case, I should say. Rolling it around now, here we are with the single button clasp. And of course, we have the Fossil name stamped right on there. Now, when we open this up, push it to open, there we go. And what are we looking at? We're looking at a stamped steel clasp. Nothing spectacular. It's not the best, but you know what? It does the job. It keeps it on the wrist. It's all good to go. All right. Continuing on, let's take a look right there. Bam! What are we looking at? We're looking at your micro adjustments, okay? So you have 3 micro adjustments. So if you need to make any adjustments, you know, after you've actually sized up the bracelet, all right, which is done by push pins, really, really simple. After you've done your adjustments and got it to a particular point, you can always use the micro adjustment just to bring it in a little bit or to loosen it up a little bit, right? Also, you know, for those, you know, throughout the day that are concerned about their wrist swelling up, those micro adjustments are perfect for you to utilize. All right, because I know, like me, you know, a certain time of the day, boom, my wrist starts to swell up, and I guess, you know, that's probably from, you know, consumption, food, drinking, and so forth. It's weird. I can't explain it, but it is a thing. All right, and I do have to tend to either loosen up or tighten up my watch bracelet, depending on the time of day. Anyways, people, check it out, man. I mean, come on, man. You're looking at the Autocross, made by Fossil, model number BQ2550. It is a pretty looking watch. What I love is the thin profile. Beautiful, man. And then, of course, the width of it, right? So it just takes me back, man, to older watches, all right? Vintage watches from the 70s. Just giving me that it's not necessarily the look, but it's the aesthetic. It's the feel, all right? Now, of course, without further ado, I'm going to put this bad boy on my wrist so y'all can take a look at it. Before I do so, let me just introduce you to my Invicta. Yes, people, I do rock Invictas. I rock with Invicta. It's an automatic watch sitting in the gold and black combination. Woo-hoo-hoo! I know y'all like that, people. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Take that in. This is the model 8930. All right, everybody's familiar with the 8926. Y'all know that one. And this is just the variation. Not even a variation. This is just the same watch, but in a different colorway. It's the solid gold. It's nice. It's not... The gold isn't that cheesy. It's pretty decent in person, and it carries well. And you know what? Enough is enough of this, because this video is not about this particular watch. We're talking about the Autocross. Just bear with me here. For some reason, I can never get my hand in this sometimes. There we go. Now, I'm just going to show y'all a little trick, right? When you're taking your watches off, right, I find that throughout the day, again, you know, I just talked about the swelling of the wrist, right? And of course, for me, it also extends to the hand sometimes, and I can't take my watch off. It's like, it's so difficult for me to take my watch off. So what I do is this, man. I just take the watch, flip it around upside down. There you go. And then I just pull it off, man. Boom. It's that easy, man. It's that easy. All right, Autocross, let's get you on my wrist, man. Let's get this bad boy on the wrist so y'all can see what it looks like. Okay, there we go. Position it. And I like to have my watches nice and snug. All right, there you go. Check it out, people. Look at that, man. It's not bad, eh? It's not bad at all. Look at that. Bring it in one more time. Come on, people. You know what to do, man. You know what to do. Take it in. Well, people, if you made it this far, thank you so much for taking the time out to take a look at this watch. Thank you so much for joining the journey. For those who have subscribed, please be sure to share this video. Please be sure to like this video. And we will see you soon. Stay blessed, y'all.